Welcome back to Open Air Living. Today, we're diving into the enchanting world of vintage English gardens, especially designed for narrow backyards. If you've ever dreamed of creating a charming oasis filled with timeless beauty, this video will give you the inspiration and practical ideas. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and leave a comment with your favorite garden style. Your support helps us grow our community of outdoor living enthusiasts. So grab a cup of tea, settle in, and let's explore how to turn even the smallest backyard into a graceful, old-fashioned English garden retreat. At its heart, a vintage English garden is about romantic charm and timeless elegance. It combines structured design with a sense of natural abundance, creating a space that feels cultivated yet inviting. This style often balances formal elements like pathways and hedges with informal touches such as climbing roses and overflowing flower borders. That balance creates a sense of warmth that feels both classic and approachable. When you adapt this look for a narrow backyard, the key is to focus on vertical space, layered planting, and cozy pathways that maximize every inch without overwhelming the area. A successful English garden often starts with a soft, romantic color palette. Think muted pinks, creamy whites, lavender purples, and gentle blues that echo the feel of an old countryside estate. Adding small pops of deep burgundy or rich yellow can give your garden depth while keeping the overall tone elegant. The goal is harmony, colors that complement one another rather than compete. In a narrow space, a carefully chosen palette prevents the garden from feeling cluttered, ensuring that every bloom contributes to the vintage atmosphere. No vintage English garden is complete without roses. Climbing roses are especially ideal for narrow yards, as they draw the eye upward and create a lush vertical effect. Choose varieties with soft pastel tones and a strong fragrance to add romance and sensory richness. Training them over an archway or trellis instantly sets the stage for old-fashioned beauty. Incorporating roses along a narrow fence line or beside a pathway ensures that they don't consume too much horizontal space while still making a strong visual statement. To complement roses, fill the garden with fragrant perennials and herbs. Lavender, catmint, and dianthus bring delicate color while adding irresistible scents. Fragrance plays a powerful role in shaping the mood of your garden. A narrow backyard becomes more immersive when every step fills the air with subtle perfume. Herbs such as thyme, rosemary, and sage also enhance the vintage aesthetic, doubling as both ornamental and practical plant. Even in a small garden, pathways are essential. A winding stone or brick path creates a sense of journey, guiding you through the space. Using reclaimed bricks or natural stone adds authenticity and texture, evoking the feeling of a garden that has matured gracefully over time. When space is tight, keep pathways narrow but intentional, balancing them with lush borders to make the journey feel enclosed yet inviting. Garden borders are where English charm comes to life. They are typically layered, overflowing, and diverse, with plants of varying heights blending seamlessly together. In narrow yards, tall plants like foxgloves or delphiniums can be placed toward the back, while lower growing blooms such as violas or primroses fill the front. This layered approach creates depth, making a small space feel larger and more abundant without being overwhelming. Vertical design is key in narrow gardens. Trellises, obelisks, and arched structures allow plants to grow upward, adding height and romance. Clematis, sweet peas, and climbing hydrangeas can be trained onto these supports, bringing variety and soft cascades of bloom. These vertical features not only maximize limited space, but also create dramatic focal points that evoke vintage elegance. Every English garden needs a place to pause. A rustic wooden bench or wrought iron chair tucked among the flowers offers charm and function. Even in a narrow space, a well-placed seat transforms the garden into a retreat, encouraging moments of quiet reflection. Choosing vintage-inspired furniture reinforces the old-fashioned charm, while soft cushions and floral fabrics add warmth and comfort. Arbors create a sense of arrival, especially when covered in climbing roses or honeysuckle. In narrow yards, they can also serve as subtle dividers between different garden zones. Walking beneath an arbor feels like stepping into another world, which enhances the romantic appeal of an English-inspired garden. By pairing arbors with simple wooden gates, you introduce an old-world charm that feels both welcoming and timeless. Potted plants in aged terracotta or galvanized metal bring texture and flexibility. They are especially useful in narrow gardens where ground space is limited. You can use containers to highlight seasonal flowers, herbs, or even small topiary forms. This adds variety without committing permanent space. Grouping containers of different sizes together mimics the layered effect of borders, keeping the garden lush and full of character. Even the smallest garden can benefit from a water element. A bird bath, small fountain, or stone basin instantly elevates the atmosphere. The gentle sound of water enhances relaxation, while attracting birds adds a lively touch of nature. Choosing weathered stone or vintage-style fountains ensures the feature blends seamlessly into the English garden look. Classic cottage plants like hollyhocks, peonies, and geraniums give authenticity to the space. Their abundant blooms celebrate the playful abundance of English gardens. Mixing annuals and perennials ensures that something is always in bloom, adding both structure and surprise. Even in narrow backyards, cottage garden plants thrive when carefully layered and chosen for height variety. Low boxwood hedges or neatly clipped lavender provide structure without overwhelming the garden. They guide the eye and frame the planting bed. Hedges bring a touch of order to the wildness of blooms, balancing the formal and informal elements of design. In narrow yards, keeping hedges low maintains openness while still offering that essential English garden rhythm. A truly successful English garden has year-round beauty. Spring bulbs like tulips and daffodils offer the first splash of color. Summer brings roses and lush borders, while autumn can shine with dahlias, asters, and ornamental grasses. Winter interest can be maintained with evergreen shrubs, climbing ivy, and architectural features like trellises left bare against the frost. Texture is as important as color. Mixing fine foliage with broad leaves creates depth and contrast. Grasses, ferns, and flowering perennials together create a tapestry that feels natural yet deliberate. In a narrow garden, textural variety prevents monotony and ensures that every inch of space feels thoughtfully composed. Small decor pieces complete the atmosphere. Think stone urns, sundials, or weathered birdhouses tucked into corners. These vintage touches give personality, making the garden feel lived in and timeless rather than newly constructed. In narrow spaces, subtlety is key. Choose one or two statement pieces instead of overcrowding. Evenings in an English garden can be magical. Soft string lights, lanterns, or solar-powered lamps add warmth after sunset. Lighting highlights textures, pathways, and blooms, allowing you to enjoy your garden beyond daylight hours. Opt for warm, golden tones rather than harsh white lights to maintain the vintage, romantic mood. Every garden should reflect the personality of its owner. Adding a favorite plant, handmade feature, or a piece of inherited furniture makes it truly yours. The beauty of English gardens is their adaptability. No two are the same, yet all share the same spirit of warmth and charm. When your narrow backyard feels personal, it becomes more than just a garden. It becomes a sanctuary. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey into the world of vintage English gardens for narrow backyards. I hope you found inspiration to transform your own outdoor space into a charming retreat. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to subscribe to the channel, give it a thumbs up, and leave a comment sharing which element you'd love to add to your own garden. Until next time, may your garden be filled with timeless beauty, fragrant blooms, and the warmth of old-fashioned charm.